Welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real. This is where I literally keep it real with you guys when it comes to building wealth, building your business, and things financial. This is where we actually tell it like it is. Because a lot of times you guys see so much information that you really don't know what's real and what's not. And this episode, we're talking about financial literacy.
Is enrolled agent Karla
For more,
Dennis,
let's bring in
CEO
one of
of
those
Karla
tax
Dennis.
experts to help us avoid those. Karla Dennis. She is founder and CEO of Karla Dennis and the
And that's so important. I don't think you guys really understand the significance of financial literacy. I see businesses that make a lot of money, but they have no profit. I see people going into debt. I see people losing properties. I see so much, and it's really because of ignorance of financial literacy. So I'm going to break down, what does it mean to have financial literacy? Financial literacy is really broken down into 4 real prongs. We're talking about debt. We're talking about budgeting. We're talking about saving. We're talking about investing. Within those 4 categories, there are subcategories. But for today's episode, I'm just going to keep it high level to give you guys a real good understanding. So first thing is, let's talk about debt. What is debt? Debt means that you're going out there and you are getting credit. You're getting yourself into debt. That means you owe people money, whether it's credit card debt, whether you get a car loan, or whether you get a mortgage, it's still considered debt. When you are trying to build a business, I don't necessarily recommend that you get yourself into debt, but I want you to understand debt can be a good thing if you know how to use debt. You have to understand how to utilize it. Anytime that I'm going to get myself into debt, I'm only going to get into debt for something that if I owe you money, whatever that thing is that I purchased, when you sell it, it should be able to pay off that loan. If I'm just racking debt to buy clothes and new things, that is a bad idea. So understand debt can be good when used properly, but not to just show off, not to be wearing the latest and greatest, the Louis Vuitton, the Balenciaga, all of that type of stuff. It's nothing but clothes. Honestly, I probably got this from the 99-cent store. I don't even know, but I don't believe in buying a bunch of high-priced things because it's a waste of my money, not their money. And they got a lot of money already. The second part of financial literacy is budgeting. It's so important that you budget. You may think, oh, I don't need to budget because I have endless money. No, you still want to budget. Karla Dennis still budgets. Why? Because every dime that comes in, I decide where it's going to go. And I may budget to put money in my savings account. I may budget to take myself on a vacation, but I'm still budgeting. I'm still being thoughtful. And I'm not just spending on a whim. That's what happens a lot of times. We want that instant gratification. So we're just spending money instantly on a whim and we don't budget. I set aside vacation money. My vacation fund today is probably a lot larger than my vacation fund was years and years ago. But at least I'm being mindful and I'm saying, okay, for vacation, I'm going to spend $10,000 or $5,000 or 20, whatever amount I choose to spend. At least I'm budgeting for it. So I don't get caught up and start going, oh, I want to do that and that. And the next thing you know, vacation becomes a nightmare, right? It's only fun until you get back and get that credit card. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I got a headache now. I need a vacation from the vacation. So it's so important that you pay attention to budgeting. The third thing you got to pay attention to is saving, right? You got to save money. There's this adage out there now, especially with you younger folks, you millennial people, Gen Z, I don't even know what it is anymore. You guys don't believe in saving. You guys believe in taking all of your money and investing it in real estate or putting all of your money into a business or whatever the case may be. I am so 100 for real estate and business, but I am 300 when it comes to having cash because cash will always be king, regardless of what we think. We got to be able to put our hands on some cash, whether it's electronic transfers, I don't care. We got to have some liquidity because we never know when. And let me refresh your memories. Remember COVID? When people stopped going to work, when businesses shut down, before they came up with the PPPs and all the other things that transpired, how were people making it then? How did KDA make it? How did the businesses that I work with make it? That was because we were flush with some cash, so we knew we were going to be able to pay our bills. You got to save. You got to have that emergency fund. That is so important. Then the fourth thing is making sure you invest. Investing is important. In the beginning, you might not be able to invest in a house. You might not be able to invest in a business. But how about just investing into an IRA for yourself, a Roth IRA for yourself? Understand that investments, no matter how small, eventually become large over time. Part of the reason why we don't know about financial literacy is that, could you imagine if all of us were taught financial literacy from the time we were little kids in kindergarten, and we knew how to make money, we knew how to invest, we knew how to start businesses and all of these types of things? All the people that have all the money, what would they do, right? Who would work for them? Who would be able to help them? We are not taught these things. And I really do think it is strategically on purpose. It is up to us to teach our children, to teach our family financial literacy. It is so important to do that for our kids at a young age, to understand debt, to understand credit, to understand what it means to go bankrupt, to understand what it means to have a savings account, to understand what it means to say, no, we didn't budget for that, so we're not doing that. The power of no is okay. It's okay to say, no, I'm not doing that. Sometimes it's cool not to be doing what everybody else is doing, right? I want to stand out. I don't want to be in the in crowd. Be okay with that, because I will tell you, some of my wealthiest clients drive Toyota Camrys, F-150s. You would think they was as broke as I don't know what. They got flip-flops, jeans. They don't have high-end anything. And they are sitting on cash and assets. So realize no one is going to teach you financial literacy. You're going to have to go out and get it yourself. And realize it's an ongoing process. You're going to learn one thing and then go, oh, now I need to learn something else. And also realize you're not going to learn it overnight, right? At whatever age we are, we don't know it now, but we can learn it little by little. Stick with me and I will up-level your knowledge when it comes to financial literacy, because now that you know better, you absolutely have to do better. That is the reason why today I taught you the 4 pillars of financial literacy. I taught you about debt. I taught you about savings. I taught you about investing, and I taught you about budgeting. Now you know those 4 things. I expect you to do it. And I also expect you to like, comment, and subscribe, because you can't afford to miss out on any wealth building information.